Confession time, wonderful people. I love offending you. I love triggering you all. It's so sweet. It's so wonderful. And I love it just as much as I used to love it in the past, although I am not doing it almost at all these days. Basically at all. But when I was a teenager, all this time when you're a rebel, you want to be against the world, and you want to be so disagreeable, and so different, and so original. So stupid. I used to loving it. I used to be in a party, and I was sitting proudly, sipping on my drink, and I was just looking for the opportunity to say something incredibly offensive in the most pleasant, official, and non-invasive way. That was my game. It wasn't just calling everybody in the room bitches. That's boring. Say something incredibly pleasant, okay? In a very official and literate language. And offend people in this way. Or make a sarcastic comment that it's only pointing out to the offending medium. That's the game. That's the game that I love to play. And I was very good at it. The reason I stopped is because I am actually a very sensitive person. As probably most sarcastic people that are simply hiding behind their sarcasm, and I ended up without any friends. I got what I deserved. I wasn't an asshole, right? Even if I was the most sophisticated asshole I could ever be. I'm not sure how sophisticated I actually have been, but, I was trying to be. Or breaking the fourth wall of our society. I absolutely loved it. So the situation when there's a group of people, the louder the better, and everybody is so goddamn pleasant because some unusual situation is happening, And then you make a comment that absolutely break all the effort of all those people trying to not offend someone or be absolutely pleasant, like, for example, an extremely fat person, is tripping over something and everybody is like, very, very pleasant, tries to help the person, and then you say the thing. It doesn't really matter that you're not exactly fit yourself. Because I've never been. I've never been very fit. But I love dark humor. And sometimes I'm thinking myself that it is the most unfortunate. It is absolutely the most unfortunate that I am not representing every single minority there is in the world just the way I am. Being at the same time black, yellow, homosexual, 55th gender, like everything at the same time. I would love it because then the world of all the jokes there are in the world will be open to me. I think this is why very often in this podcast you will hear very nasty jokes about fat people, because I always identified with this group because I had a glimpse what it is like to be fit. Only a glimpse of it. I'm trying to come back to it because it's just a way happier way to live. But I've always been a fat kid. I've always been a fat teenager. I've been a fat adult. All this stuff. So yeah. Although unfortunately, fat people jokes will no longer be good. No longer be suiting because I don't think I am being considered fat anymore, unfortunately. So sad. It's so sad, honestly. Because jokes are great. And offending people is awesome. And I don't really know what I like so much about it. Is it just me, like a feeling of superiority? Like my dong is way huger than yours because I just said something that offended you. There is something in it because when you offend people, you own them. Honestly. So you have a separate being, separate like pile of meat somewhere next to you, like in a vicinity, in a room, whatever. And you manage to trigger the person. Hey, you may get punched in the face. By the way, I've never been punched in the face. I've been always able to talk my way through. Being from Poland, I have no idea how the fuck I ever managed it. No way. I have no clue. But I did never get punched in the face ever in my life. That was one incident, and okay, two, in the middle school, alright, but I was a kid, it didn't really count. I don't think it counted. There was no blood involved, so it didn't count. Maybe it is about that feeling of power over other person, for no particular reason, pure chaos. Because whenever you own, quote unquote, the person by offending the other person, you can't really use this person for any of your shady manipulative purposes. Manipulation was never my goal. By owning, I mean that I managed to trigger a reaction. So maybe it was only about that, like I wanted to be noticed. I remember being incredibly false piece of shit through the whole high school. I can't believe anybody could ever like me because I was just showing off. And I think that me triggering people with my comments throughout the course of university, like my early days of my adulthood, let's say, I really believe it was just me trying to fit in, because I never did. I never fit in any way. Nonetheless, I still love it. The only thing is that it's been years since the habit of saying very bad things is no longer my habit, that those comments don't even pop into my head, and I think I value a pleasant interaction with other human being far more than offending other human being. There's far more value into just being a kind person rather than an absolute piece of shit. But I can't hide it. I absolutely love it. Just not doing it anymore. Kind of feel like a junkie that is not taking drugs anymore, seeing that it's completely not worth it, but can't help but admit that I love it. And it kind of reminds me of Gary Yourofsky speech. He is promoting veganism. And he said that just in case any of you guys are going to write an article about this speech, I love meat. You can quote me, I love meat. He's been saying it, he meant it. I love meat, but I choose not to eat it for my own purposes. According to my own morality, that's what I wanted to say. Which is, fair enough, right? But yeah, just for the record, I love meat. So, just for the record, I absolutely love offending all of you guys. I love your anger. I love your hatred towards me. Choose not to do it because I like far better when you like me. I like it far better. I'm not sure if you do, especially considering that I'm just a distorted voice in your device, whatever your device might be. But still can't help but admit I love it.